Hi, my name is Riyad Husain, and I'm the CEO of Magnito Digital, a digital marketing agency, and I'm also one of the founders of Google Business Group's Dhaka. I think there's no hard and fast rule that we can say that fundraising is important. I think it totally depends on the situation and from business to business. Because you may be able to bootstrap for a particular period of time, and then when the time is right, you can go for the fundraising. Or if you think that now is the right time to scale up, then you should go for it. But I think it's more important to think about the business first rather than the concept of fundraising from the beginning. When we're choosing the individual or the organization from who we will raise the fund, I think it's very important to consider some other things rather than the fundraising itself. So I think that organization or the individual should be either a part of the industry that you're operating in, or at least with the knowledge through which they can advise you and mentor you and kind of guide you towards your goal. So I think those are very important things apart from the fund itself when choosing the right partner. To me, personally, presentation is very important for anything, and especially if you're raising funds, that's even more important. So I think the first thing that you need to do is have a very nice presentation that describes your business, your vision, and your long-term and short-term goals. Then in addition to that, you should have a detailed calculation of how you will utilize the fund and all the details in numbers. And then, of course, we need to have an idea about the term sheet that the organization or individual will give us, based on which we will raise the fund. And regardless, needless to say, the company documents such as the memorandum article, those are, of course, important as well. If we talk about the do's and don'ts when we are fundraising, I think the most important thing to do is we have to be very professional, and we have to know what is the long-term vision of the company, and 5 years down the line, what are we looking at? So we have to be very strategic about our aim and target for the business. And if you talk about what we should not do, I think, to me, we should not be unethical. We should always be very transparent, because we have to see them as our long-term partner who will grow with us and help us to grow. So that's the biggest mistake we can make by not being honest. So when you're speaking to your investor, the first thing is you have to be very, very passionate about your business. Then you need to understand your business in depth. You have to go very much in depth so that the investor actually understands that you know what you're talking about. And then I would say that you need to, again, I'm stressing on this, that you need to have a long-term strategy for the business, so that it's not only a business for 1 year that you raise the fund and the business is finished in 1 year, but you need to have the roadmap for the next 10 years, that what you're going to do with the fund, how you're going to scale up, how you're going to utilize. So it's important to draw that picture. So in my experience, I've done a lot of businesses, a lot of small businesses. And one thing I've learned is that it always pays off to be very ethical and honest. And this goes a long way, because when you actually practice those good things, your reputation builds up in the positive way, and it takes just one incident to destroy your reputation, and it takes ages to build it. So my advice to all of you would be to build that reputation, be honest, be ethical, and create that brand, personal branding about yourself in the entire industry.